Hi, thanks for joining me today. What is one of the most important things to keep in mind when you're a step-parent? Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know every time I post. One of the most important things to keep in mind as a step-parent is to think long-term. What would your ideal dream about how this family could work out in the end look like? When all of the children have become adults a long time ago, what sort of relationship do you want to have? And one of the things to do is to actually grab yourself a piece of paper and write down the kinds of things that you have in mind that you're looking forward to when everybody has grown up. And then it's important to keep in mind that longer term goal in the here and now. Because there is no doubt about it that children are frustrating and annoying when they're in the home and they're around you all the time. I don't know a single family that would say it's easy. But what is particularly hard is not to make battles over the small stuff, but to sort of get over things and move on. A lot of the time, this can be about children wrecking things or ruining things for you. There is a story about a step-parent who had a new kitchen installed shortly after she and her husband moved into the new house. She was so particular about this kitchen, and I really don't blame her. It was the first time she'd ever had a new kitchen to herself, and she really wanted to look after it. So when the stepchildren came to stay, there were lots of rules around the kitchen and what they could and couldn't do. And then she was very precious about it not being damaged. And when it was damaged ever, she was extremely upset about it. And I can understand that. But ultimately, in that family, and this is a true story, those children cut off from their father in this case, and the stepmother, and they don't see those adult children anymore. Now, you might think that's a bit extreme, but one just needs to be wary that you're not, with your rules and necessity for things to be like they should be, that you're actually destroying the relationship. These young people are not biologically yours, and therefore they are not so attached to you. And that attachment cord can be broken. And those children can decide not to see you when they're grown-ups and to cut you off. And cut you off from their life, which can be hugely enjoyable for you to see the grandchildren and one thing and the other. And it becomes very upsetting. Then you think back to when they were children and wish that you had handled things differently. So the secret here is children mess things up. They really do. They can ruin things. They can ruin a new kitchen. They can ruin the plants in your garden by kicking a football into them and sitting on them and playing hide and seek in them. Whatever they do, things can be permanently ruined. And in situations like that, it's really difficult in the here and now to not react really powerfully and negatively and be really angry. But actually, it might be worth taking that notepaper, writing down your end goals, and keeping that end in mind. Because when you get to that end, and things haven't worked out, it's just possible you could regret it. And that's, I think, a very big ask for a step-parent. And it's not at all easy to do. So don't forget to reward yourself for getting over those hurdles when the stepchildren are children. It's not easy. We run workshops, sessions, an email response service, and we write booklets. Look in the description box below for links to our social media and website.